If you're pulled over for suspicion of a DWI, a common mistake made is that you admit to the law enforcement officer that you've had a drink or two prior to driving. When talking to law enforcement, you want to be cooperative, but you don't want to admit anything that may impact your arrest or that may impact the charge. A common mistake made by individuals who are arrested for DWI is that they admit to the police officer that they've had a few drinks before driving. It is strongly recommended that you remain silent when asked that question. Provide basic information such as your name and your date of birth, but nothing else. The police officer does have the right to ask those questions and for you to provide identification. If you don't provide that information, you may be facing additional charges. If you've been pulled over for suspicion of DWI, it's not a good idea to subject yourself or consent to any tests offered by the police officer, including the field sobriety test, including a blood specimen or a breath specimen. At that point, what you want to do is you want to invoke your right to remain silent and ask for your attorney. If you've been pulled over for suspicion of DWI, it's a mistake to be disrespectful to the police officer. Keep in mind that the case starts there, and once the state reviews your case and shows on video, on camera, that you're being disrespectful, they may be less likely to work a favorable plea offer to you. And if it gets to trial, jurors may be able to see you be in an uncooperative and disrespectful state. So it's always a good idea to remain respectful and cooperative to an extent that it doesn't affect you to law enforcement. If you've been arrested for DWI, the biggest mistake you can make is not to contact a criminal defense attorney as soon as possible. You want to get them on your team to review evidence and review all the options available to you and build your defense. These are the top 5 mistakes an individual can make when being arrested for DWI. Contact Roman Law for more information.